Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is episode 44, and in the post-credit scene of the last episode, we saw Al and Winry meet up with Hohenheim and Lior, coincidentally, and can't wait to see how that will all play out. Envy got killed by Marco, and everybody went their separate ways, which is kind of sad. Drachma's forces got destroyed, and the Crest of Blood is essentially carved in the north. I'm not sure if they're done carving everywhere else, but seems like Father's goal is within reach pretty soon. They'll still need a few more human sacrifices, but that's about it. Anyway, excited to continue. If you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started. Bang! Revving at full throttle.
It's been a long time, huh?
Yeah.
You think you could give us a hand for a bit? Yeah, sure. Let's catch up later.
Oh, okay.
They're rebuilding.
Sounds good, huh? The whole town's working together to rebuild what we lost. And you guys are the ones that brought us together.
I'm gonna help build. Rose, can you take care of Winry?
Help build, just alchemy and he's done.
I left when he was just a boy and haven't seen him since. I doubt that he thinks of me as his father or trusts me. I'm not even sure what to say to him.
Hey, Dad!
Hey, Dad.
I'd like to work too. Here, let me carry those.
They don't know he's hollow, they just think he's really, really strong. Aw.
Feels like an eternity since I've had a bath. I'll leave some fresh clothes for you here. Thank you so much, Rose. I'm really impressed with you, Winry. Working as an auto mail engineer, you're so independent for someone your age. So did you design Ed's leg?
That's right. That was back when we were just little kids, really.
That's amazing. You're the one who literally helped Ed get back on his feet again. So you indirectly helped me get back on my feet, too. I owe you just as much as I owe Ed and Al. Everything I believed in suddenly disappeared. I lost all hope.
I also shot Al.
But then Ed got furious with me. He told me to stand on my own 2 feet.
He said that? He can be a jerk sometimes. I don't know why it's so difficult for him to be nice.
But he was being nice. That's just how much he cares. But you already know that, don't you?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Nope.
The state has no interest in ethics.
Oh.
Too much of a variable to use as a guideline.
He was here when they came in.
You mentioned that souls would be bonded to them.
Taken from
Where do
who?
you plan on procuring these souls?
From rival lands, of course. Citizens from the countries we ravaged during the course of war. For one reason.
This place is evil! Pure evil! Why did I ever come here? Mr. Green would never be in an awful place like this!
He is, though. He is.
Underground tunnel.
We encountered a man who was identical to you in Central. I don't know how you're connected to him, but I'm guessing you at least know who he is, right?
Did it ever cross your mind I might be on their side? You've
No.
given away your entire plan. Aren't you the least bit worried I might leak it to them? I'm glad that you feel like you can still trust me. Thanks, Alpha. Now then, I suppose I owe my sons the same trust they've given me.
I'd like to make a withdrawal from the account of State Alchemist Edward Elric, his research account.
Are you the account holder?
I'm his representative.
This is the Bank of Amestris, Northern Branch.
Damn.
Just had a very large withdrawal taken from State Alchemist Edward Elric's personal research account.
Well, I could charge you more, but this'll do.
Ugh.
Better. You're already ripping us off, Doc.
How can you say that?
It's reasonable when you consider the risks involved.
Sure, and as long as you guarantee that you're going to keep your mouth shut, then I'm not complaining. Darius.
Oh, they're here already.
Are you the only patient back here?
Yeah. Why are you asking? What's wrong?
Tell me, were you at the bank this afternoon?
No.
Don't move!
Have you seen anyone unusual frequenting the clinic lately? He's described as...
Right now! Show me your hands!
A red coat, blonde hair worn in a braid, and short.
Short.
What happened to you? Come on, snap to!
He seems like he's back to normal completely now.
What's going on? Hey, answer me!
Whoa. This music is typically reserved for the villains, isn't it?
Pretty reckless, kid. You haven't even fully recovered yet.
Don't treat me like I'm an invalid. My injuries are completely healed, and I'm revving at full throttle.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Aw, little duckies. Short.
That's
Rip,
what
rip,
I'm
rip,
looking
rip.
for? Someone with a red coat and a braid? Guess I'll have to make do with this look for a while.
Get your hands up in the air! Do it now! Move it, kid! Those guys are dangerous!
His face.
Stay back or he's dead. Don't force us to blow this kid's brains out.
Hey, Gorilla, step on it!
Don't call
Gorilla.
me that.
Strive faster! Just park the car as soon as we turn!
Ah.
What?
Disappeared.
Where did they go? They must have turned on that street up there.
He changed the car into this. It looks so ridiculous. It's standing out so much.
Can you change it back into a normal car now?
And why is that? I think this car looks cool as hell!
Just change it back. Please, we're begging you.
Yeah? You guys got a problem with my sense of style?
You don't have any.
Haha. I have to agree.
If I were Al, where would I go?
Still awake?
Yeah, sorry. It's just a lot. You're a slave and now you're a philosopher's stone?
Yeah, right.
What's it like not being able to die?
I'm not gonna lie and say it doesn't come in handy. But it's not worth watching everyone I love die before me.
Like Mom.
Yes. Like Mom.
It's true that I have a philosopher's stone fused to my soul. But not even that can change the fact that I am a human being. My look-alike beneath Central. His body is like a leather bag that's patterned after mine.
A leather bag?
More or less. And if we can destroy that leather bag, then we can defeat what's inside.
That makes sense.
This is a reverse transmutation circle.
Reverse transmutation
Destroying
circle.
the tunnel seems like the best way to thwart them. And since it runs under Lior...
That's not a good idea. Look up, son. You're too busy looking down when you need to look up.
Huh?
If you want answers, that's where you'll find them.
Up? The sky? You mean the sun god Leto?
The man in Central is waiting for the day of reckoning.
Huh. Remember your underling. Do you recognize?
Shield?
Yeah.
And your voice sounds like, what the hell? You. How dare you imitate Mr. Greed?
Excuse me, I'm no imitation. My name is Greed.
The avaricious.
You got it. I want everything you could possibly think of. I want money and power and women. Sex, status, glory.
You demand the finer things in life. You can't. It's me. I'm your friend, Bido. You haven't been gone from Dublin long enough to forget.
You're from Dublin. Oh, now it makes sense.
You remember me?
Afraid not. You must have been buddies with the previous
Oh, you're just gonna kill him like that?
Sorry, pal, but you and I have never even met. It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. I am sorry, honestly.
It reaches
What have
out.
you done, Greed? Are you determined to prove you're a monster? What kind of sick creature would kill his own friend?
He wasn't my friend. Those are the last Greed's memories. They're not mine.
Then why are you in so much pain?
Ooh.
I'm warning you. I'll take my body back if you drop your guard.
They aren't mine. Father purified me and purged the old Greed's memories.
It's not that easy.
Damn.
They'll always be a part of you. You can't just erase them from your soul. They were the only part of you that you chose. You abandoned them. Your real family. You threw them away like trash. Fool. If you turned your back on something you wanted, you don't deserve to call yourself free.
Wow.
Who travels the world.
Drachma launches attack.
What is it? Who is it?
Greed. He remembers. And he's attacking Bradley Forrest. Ooh. Very cool. So of course, I was excited to see Al and Hohenheim interact, but it was also really nice seeing Rose and Winry bond too. And Rose was saying how grateful she is for Ed, for what he did in Lior at the beginning of the series. And because Winry was so instrumental in Ed getting back on his feet in the first place, she's also equally thankful for Winry. That's really cool. It was really nice seeing that. Hohenheim kind of puts into Al's mind that, like, hey, what if I'm working with Father? Did that ever cross your mind? Why would you trust me so implicitly? And meanwhile, we know he's perfectly fine, but it was just like a tense moment for, I don't know, he was just, why torture him like that? Maybe it builds to something in the future where Al is about to reveal something to someone, but he remembers this moment and decides to be more careful about who to trust. I guess it is pretty important to do that as well. But yeah, we got, or Al finally learns that Hohenheim is a Philosopher's Stone, but that he and his brother are 100% human. I suppose we knew that, given the fact that they haven't shown any skills that were exclusive to them. There's the no transmutation circle thing, like doing alchemy without a transmutation circle, but Izumi can do that too. But yeah, Al is just learning about all of Hohenheim's past, so it makes sense that he has questions. Hohenheim confirms my theory that the second transmutation circle in the Scar's brother's notes is indeed a reverse transmutation circle, so ideally it can reverse whatever is being done, whatever they built the tunnel for, whatever the homunculi are working on. And yeah, we finally get to catch up with Ed a little. Seems like he healed up quite nicely. Took out those soldiers with ease, though I guess he could, he could do that at like 50%, I'm sure. The doctor that was taking care of him seemed funny, and his two Chimera friends working together with him is nice. They do a really good job with side characters on this show. I've been saying that since the beginning, but even though that's the case, I did miss seeing Ed. His sense of style is non-existent, though. That car, oh. And then we have Beto trying to track down Greed, coming across the army of transmuted beings. And it turns out he was there at the same time Olivier and that general or whoever talking about that army, talking about binding souls of enemy soldiers from other countries to animate them. Beto got the heck out of there. This place is evil. Yes, it is. Greed would never be in a place like this. Well, turns out he would be. He runs into Ling, Greed, and there was a moment where he was just like, oh, like he recognizes me, he remembers me. He said Doubleth, and Ling was like, oh yeah, Doubleth, and skewers him. And winds up killing him and then having like an existential crisis about it. He remembers Beto and his friends, and Ling is in there still clawing his way out, talking about if you're not careful, I'm going to take over this body. And yeah, I miss Ling a lot too. It's been so long since we've gotten to see him. Hopefully he takes over soon. It'd be cool if he could take over and Greed is just gone, but Ling has the power of Greed. But yeah, somebody a couple episodes ago, a lot of episodes ago, on Patreon did tell me that the voice actor for Ling Greed is Troy Baker. Love that guy, so makes sense why it sounded so familiar. He was great. My favorite voice acting moment of his, voice acting role of his, is The Last of Us. Favorite game of all time. The sequel is coming out so soon after this video airs on YouTube. It's like less than a week. I can't wait. I will be streaming that for sure. But yeah, this episode was pretty solid. We got some more information. We got a reintroduction of Ed, seeing how he's been doing, and yeah, we'll see how they all come together again. Ed is searching for Al, but Al is nowhere. Al isn't anywhere that Ed would think to go. I don't think. We'll see though. Maybe not. I'm gonna give this an 8.0. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and check out Patreon if you want to see the full reaction. Thanks for watching, friends.